bag in the trash can. You're gonna go say hi. I said hi. I said tell you to say hi to them. Yeah, say hi to them. Should we turn on the light? Yeah, we'll go turn on the light. Okay. We turn on the light now. You gonna tell them hi? I said tell them hi. Come on, look at the camera and say hi. He's so upset. He got in trouble today because he got outside. If you guys have pets that like to try to get outside, get yourself a tracking collar with a SIM card attached. I have a specific brand. I'm not going to tell you though, because we're not paid by them. But most of them work pretty well. Yeah. $12 to $15 a month. And it has been used enough times to make it worth it. And it could have been used once, and it would have been worth it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You need to get one of those bird trackers, Levi. That's what you got to do. So, Levi Markin, hope you're doing better. But we were talking the other day about this. Look at it. Hold on. It pulls down now. This doesn't function anymore. This other one, this doesn't function anymore. But that's not all it does. It has a spray. You guys probably can't see the spray. Look at that. It's got a button where I can just press and it'll stop it. It's like a reset button. Food's gonna be here soon. This was a pain in the ass to put in because the first one I got was bonk. By the way, we've got Kitty begging for food. We got Kitty begging for food. I'm gonna go ahead and it's a very nice faucet. It cost me a pretty penny, but it is a very nice faucet. It cost me a pretty penny. It was $100, but to me, that's a lot of money to spend on a faucet that's not even for my house. It's for me while I live here. Yeah, this is nice because big pot fits underneath there perfectly with room to spare. I love this thing so much right now. But yeah, I was going to talk to you about other stuff. Proof that we're feeding Kitty. I got to close this though because Max got out through this window earlier because I opened it up. We found out that this will spray about into the halfway point of the backyard, by the way, which is like, that's some pressure. That pressure will go down a bit when I install a water filter or a glass sprayer, which I still haven't decided. Thank you. Kiddo, stuff is here. Can you grab it? Okay. Michael, we're doing good. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need. Hey, you bitch. What? Oh, okay. A different cat. He's over there. All right. Steven. He's eating. we interrupted his meal. Also, Philip, Kitty tribute. Thank you guys. For those of you who don't know, $20 or more. It's technically $25 or more. And my outdoor kitties get an extra can of food, an extra treat. Hey, I need stuff brought in. Come on. Like I said, you can. here. Toss that. Raven. God, I got kids being lazy today. I don't blame Raven for being a little bit lazy because the problem I had with this is the first one I got was broken. That last one that was already pre-installed when we moved here, I figured out what happened with it. The nut, one of the screws, sheared off. So it was probably broken before us, and it just got worse. Thank you. Well, we've got food in here. You've got your mac and cheese. We've got a burrito and some sour cream for Mama. Sour cream for Mama. And then I got some safe meals, but because I like chicken pesto. Marie Callender's chicken pesto, to be exact. They changed the recipe, but it's still like good enough that I'm like, yeah, I like it. But they tend to be out of stock quite often, and they were not in stock. And I did not want to go shopping, and I did not want to cook because that is the second time I put that thing in. First one, did. This one, not, which was nice, but also pain in the ass. Speaking of, we talked about recocking the stuff. I'm still really interested. Been waiting all day for you to go live. Friend decided she didn't want to hang out today until like 2:30. Levi, that you are. Chris heard about how kind of a crappy day I've had, and he was like, "Well, you don't have to go live." And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I've got 2 reasons to go live." Guess who was reason number 1? In particular, I want to say thank you to the entire community on Discord and on here who reached out to Levi last night, who reached out to Levi Markin last night, I believe it was. Because I did not have the spoons. You get me company on the 24/7 level, but thank you. American houses must be huge. Levi's house looks way bigger than my place. I got really lucky. We're gonna do a side tangent on that real quick, but I want to say thank you to everyone that did that. That was awesome. I didn't have the spoons to stay on as long as I felt was needed to, because last night I attempted to fix that. It didn't go right. I was already in a downward depression spiral myself, so being there for somebody else was not in the card as much as I wanted it to be. And so I reached out to the community, and that was awesome. Josh, how you doing? Tobias, I need a bag in that trash can. But anyways, we finally got it working. Hurt my back twice. The second reason was it's the last day of the month to be able to get donations for next month's bills. Why are you leaning on that? Because. Don't lean on the door. You're going to break the door and you're going to hurt yourself worse. Never lean. Stop. What's wrong? What do you think? Use your knees. I'm trying to grab this. Child. What do you think? Back hurts. This is what you do. Look at me. No. Yes, you will learn. You can put that in a second. Get over here. Come here. I'm going to teach you something to help you with your pain. Can we do it later? We're going to do it now so they can see too. I'll teach them. You can stand here out of the way. You can see me over there. Instead of hand on a door that might break, this isn't going to break on you. If it does, you got a different problem. Hand here. Knees, bend and hold. See this? Hold. It's not my full back. It's right here. I know. My tailbone. I know. And you're going to use this to help balance you. And then when you need to get up, you use your arms just like you would with a door, but on something that can't break or move. Because otherwise, you're just going to hurt yourself worse. And I don't want that. All right. We were chatting about faucet. It helps you bend. Yes, it is. Okay. The other time I said I might have to rebead this, right? But I'd have to thoroughly clean it. And I did look it up, and I made sure that things were still concurrent with what I was taught, and they are, with the exception of Levi's thing, because he's right. If there's mold or mildew, you got to take care of that first. And I found 3 spots that are an issue on this sink. They're not here. They're not here. They're not here. They're all in this little cavity because I got a tiny cavity here. And so what I'm going to do is, when I have time, is I'm going to clean, dry, and then I'm going to use this as mildew remover, and I'm going to put mildew all around it. I'm going to go underneath and clean that area where I know there's mold, and then extra. Because there's 3 spots. 2 are starting to give way. 1 that has already given away. Okay. Yeah, cavity is sunken in. So, and this isn't a this isn't like a problem. This is how it was designed. This is not a flat sitting sink. So it's got a lip, and then you have that dip, and then you have the wall. I've had that with a lot of houses. I fucking hate it. But my experience has already taught me how to fix this issue. So once I clean it, I take care of it, and I get rid of it, and I use the mold stuff on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some plastic wrap to put on top of that, let that sit for its time, then pull it off, clean it, and let it, and then dry it. And then I'll put plastic wrap back over it. Now, this isn't permanent. That plastic wrap is going to go there so I can put some silicone caulking, this stuff right here, that I'm peeling off my my faucet still because I did a rush job to get this to seal. This is a really good seal though. And I'm going to fill in that entire cavity with that silicone, with plastic wrap around it. Then once it dries, it will basically create a strip. That strip will be moved, and then I will rebead that area, top and bottom, because the mold should be dead and gone by then, because I'm going to be using mold killer on it. Then, to ensure that it stays dry while I'm living here, that strip of caulk that I will have made, that's custom made for this, will go back in there with plastic wrap on it, just in case. And then I'm gonna get a kitchen mat. They make mats, what's called a splash guard, for here on top of that. And the reason I need that strip with the splash guard is because of that dip. Because otherwise, I'm going to get a splash guard that's going to sit here, and it's going to dip down towards this area. And we don't want that. We don't want the water to go towards this. We want the water to go away from it. So once that is settled and done, I won't have to worry, period, going forward. I'll probably check on it about once a month or so to make sure things are good. But theoretically, I shouldn't have a problem. I'll probably check on it more if I notice water got where it shouldn't, but outside of that, it should stay dry. And it's going to be summer here soon, so that'll be even better. Your body has a giant... I will tell you when Harvest died. For those of you who don't know, Harvest was my orange kitty. She was my service cat of damn near 15 years. And I still have a hole. I still have moments where I'm laying down, sitting up, whatever it is, and I'll just remember her. I don't have a service cat anymore, not really. They do an okay job, the ones that we have, but Harvest was able to go out. Harvest was able to sense everything at all times and was always near me. Harvest was the best service animal in general I've ever had. And when you lose a service animal that's like that, it will always hurt. It's always going to hurt. And I have seen service iguanas, and people are like, well, you can't have that as a service pet. You're absolutely right. Legally, I can't. But I'll tell you one thing. Animals are smart if you teach them right. They'll pick things up. Harvest. She was good at telling when I was depressed, when I needed somebody, when even when I didn't want her there. And it's not like I'd push her away either. She knew I wasn't going to push her away. So she would lay on me and annoy me and make me cuddle her until I felt better. She would inform me on meds, and she knew bodily functions were off. Pretty sure your cats have a service human. Pretty sure, yeah. I mean, this one's eating food right now over there. Recommend a thin soup or broth if you're having trouble eating. It'll give you nutrients without overfilling you. Yeah, 100%. If you're having trouble eating, that's definitely a good way to get some food in you. Because when you're having trouble eating, that could definitely cause a problem. Michael, I love you guys want to do that. A lot of my breakfast and dinner streams tend not to be, in all honesty, about work. They are work, yes, but they're not about the channel. Like we'll bring something we'll get up and I'll be like, haha, that's a funny idea. I like it. I already have plenty of ideas. I make the exception to the rule as of late because things have changed, which, by the way, I've been tinkering with stuff, and the best way to dual stream is going to be I stream on my laptop. I do one of two things. Either A, I stream completely from my laptop, and I use my phone as a way to like kind of monitor and as a camera, right? And or a secondary camera. And I stream for quote unquote free using Streamlabs/OBS to my platforms. And I use the StreamYard outside of that. It's not as convenient. It's going to be a little bit harder, but it's totally doable. And it would allow me to mute with a very simple press of a button. Whether that be on my phone or on the computer or whatever it is. Alternatively, I can use StreamYard twice. I have my StreamYard and I have the other one for the main channels. And same concept, but easier setup and quicker setup, to be honest. But also, it costs more. So, Hey, Chris, how goes it? Levi, please tell me that wasn't a cup with your face on it. It's a cup with my face on it. It's clean. It was a gift. The old Member Solutions logo, none of those are valid anymore. Levi, Alec made a next step in opinion. He did a live and didn't worry about missing reading people's messages. I was happy for him doing that. So I'm aware of what type of lives he did, which was sharing his story and his trauma, because he does it as an anniversary thing. He's written a book, and I have no desire to write a book about my trauma. I'll be honest, I have no desire. He's gotten a little bit of notoriety and fame and stuff like that because of the documentary. He has a way to prove his trauma is 100% true. All you guys have is my word. And maybe if you find the bastards who legally tested on me when I was a kid. Anybody figures that out? Suppose you can let me know, but I've had people reach out a couple times and like, there's something about my brain that doesn't want to remember the name. So it makes me think that maybe I shouldn't. Dinner is going to be kind of a whatever. Kiddos pick their meals out. They can eat what I'm going to make for myself. I'm going to make enough of it. If they want some, they can have some. If they don't want some, well, they have other fucking choices. So we got everyone's meals. I need. Do I not have my chicken? I don't think I have my chicken. Okay. That's. Oh. I need some meat. That's the problem. Hmm. Hmm. I wasn't gonna cook much anyways. Well, what do I do? Tell you what I was gonna do. I was gonna use some of my pre-cooked chicken. Well, you know what? I got bacon bits. We'll just use those. There'll be a little bit of meat. Won't be much, but it'll be something. We'll add a little bit of iron. I'm gonna need it. But what I was gonna do is I have some cheese tortellini. And we're going to boil that up. I have some spaghetti sauce that was left over from the other day. Did not get clean as I can show you guys how nice it is to have something that's that high. Look at that. The pressure is so high when I turn it up all the way, it locks into place, which is really nice. I don't need that big of one, but I think we're going to use it anyway. It was so nice. I don't have to struggle with it. When I'm done with it, I can put it out of the way and clean the sink entirely now. It's so nice. And that part doesn't move. This part moves. If that part starts moving, we got a different problem somewhere else. Used too much water. We're gonna go sit down while we wait for water to boil. This can wait over here. We're gonna use a little bit of chicken in here. What we're gonna do is after we boil it, we're gonna dump most of the water out. We'll add a little bit of chicken, give it a little bit of chickadee flavor, and then I've got some pasta. Like I said, I've got some pasta sauce from the other day, and I'll add all the pasta sauce to it, and I'll set the container in there because we use using leftovers. And I'm gonna guarantee you that I'm probably gonna have some leftovers. So rather than put it in a new container, which you think, well, shouldn't you put it in a new container? I'm at home, and at a restaurant, absolutely new container. At home, though, for my ADHD, I know that particular container has been used, and it has a shorter lifespan. And regardless of me adding new ingredients, that is still me using leftovers that have a shorter lifespan. Just because you reheat it doesn't mean you reset it. Let me say that again. Just because you reheat it does not mean you reset it. Making holy water. What magic Levi cooking tonight? Tortellini, bacon, chicken flavor, pasta basically. Only clean out your freezer more often. Dug to the bottom and found a bag of breaded chicken strips with the best by date of 2016. Technically, as long as you never lost power, those are still safe to consume. They might not taste good though. While I've made my peace with it, I don't enjoy talking about it. Do you have a favorite hobby? Absolutely, I have lots of hobbies. I don't have a favorite one. Sorry about that. I think if I were to pick a favorite hobby, it'd be whatever. When I'm watching shows or movies with the kiddos, that's probably my favorite. Like watching a movie with my kids, going out to the theater with them when I'm able to. That by far to me is my favorite hobby. Get chicken parm from Costco for dinner. Ooh. Saw that video. I think you can share those traumas. It is a positive thing, very much a positive thing. Philip, whether I like it or not, that is kind of a political thing, and I have to run that by Chris first. Being disabled is political now. I mean, it kind of always was, but like much more extreme than it used to be. And like, there's not a lot of people who know that when you're on disability, you're not taking the taxpayers' money. You're taking your money that would have been yours for retirement and stuff. Like when I go to quote unquote retire, the only reason I'm going to have a better retirement than what I would have a few years ago is because of you guys. Doing this job consistently has allowed me to go, okay, here's taxes, even though I don't really pay them they owe me. I just go, oh, I don't owe as much, and those taxes still counts, right? They still go towards me being able to retire, which is a laughable thing considering it's like at age 70. I'm like, who here you have a government retirement thing at fucking 70. I might as well be dead. I'm 70. I'd like to retire when I'm like 50-ish. I'm actually pretty happy with what I'm doing though. You're waiting to hear back from disability. Yeah. I was watching Doctor Who while crocheting. Me and my eldest are rewatching the quote unquote new Who, which is Eccleston, Tennant, and Matt, and then you got Tennant, and then you got well, technically it goes Eccleston, Tennant, Matt, Tennant. He's. I was like, I love David Tennant. I do not want to see David Tennant as the Doctor ever again. I really don't. I don't care if it's a another 55-year special, 60-year special, whatever it is. I don't want to see him as the Doctor. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying I don't want to see him in Doctor Who. I would love to see him in Doctor Who. I do not want to see him playing the Doctor anymore outside of the previous episodes. Which Doctor was he? He was the 10th. Technically, he's the 11th if you pay attention, but that's a spoiler. And he was technically the 14th, but also because of the Doctor Who special, he came back with that. It's ridiculous the amount of times he has come back. Now, watching him play the Doctor as if he didn't leave the role is a little bit different. Also a little bit harder now that he's gotten much older, because now you can see his age. I love that Jewel Bunny jumped on that immediately because they were like, "Why?" And Jewel Bunny was like, "Spoilers." And there's a great person. If you haven't seen them, I'm not going to tell you their name, but you will find out, and you will be like, "Oh!" You'll have that moment of like that. You'll point, and be like, "Ah!" No spoilers. I don't have the picture that I would like to show, but I do have a different picture I can show you all. Oh, I can't take it off the wall. You can't quite see it, but that man right there in the middle is David Tennant. He did. Did you hear Good Omens is coming back like fully for again? It got canceled. Now it's back. And they got canceled. Now it's back. Our water is ready. My back is killing me. My back is hurting. Levi, hope you're gonna do better after this. You must do better. I had to lay down in a very awkward position, reach up in a very awkward position, do things in a very awkward position. Wasn't a pleasant experience. Did you read the instructions? Did you put the cheese mix inside?
No.
Okay. Did you put the lid? Does it require a lid?
No.
Okay. If you make a mess, you're cleaning it.
Well.
Yeah. Perhaps. Enough for. That's enough for serving. I'm probably going to be the only one that eats them. And you can microwave those, which is really nice. So now, I bring my tortellini up to temperature because it's frozen, so it needs to warm up. And then on top of that tortellini is cheese tortellini, so it needs to like soak in some of that. And I'm not a fan of the frozen stuff because the frozen stuff like this, the really cheap stuff, is usually like powdered cheese versus like real cheese that's been frozen. That stuff is really good. I've had like fresh tortellini. Oh, so good. Of course, I've also had tortellini that wasn't. It's not ravioli, but it's made a specific way. You just tell me no one cares? Shut up. No one wants to hear you. Sorry, I have to sit back down. Thanks, Hardy. All right. Have you taken your meds? Capaldi was a good doctor. Yes, Capaldi. That's what it was. I can't remember his name for a second. And then, what's her name? Whitaker. And then Tennant. And then I can't pronounce his name because I've only heard it a couple times and I can't actually remember. So I'm going to butcher his name if I try to say it because I just know it starts with an N. It's like 4 letters and I can't remember his name. That does him a disservice because like he was good. Like I've seen him. I've seen clips of him as a doctor. I watched one of the episodes. Like God, this kid has got it, and this is good. And he's quitting after like the second season, the first season or second season. It's not his fault. They were getting it was taking so long to get approvals that they pretty much said, fuck it. And the one thing that happened that no one wants to have happen, Shooty. I think is how it's pronounced, according to Ian here. Awesome actor. Love him. He's a great actor. He had a great sense for the Doctor. I loved what he brought to the Doctor. And I've seen some of Whitaker stuff. There was a bit too much man hate in Whitaker's stuff for me to like it. Still the Doctor, but the amount the Doctor would not have hated on a single gender. The Doctor, as somebody who's now fully 100% canon, experienced multiple genders, would have bridged that gap and brought both of them, right? The amount of snide comments and jabs at men in general was like, I get that women need more showtime. We need to do that, but can we do it where we don't turn around and drag the other gender down? We didn't need to. We didn't need to do that. There was zero need to do that, and it hurts. Not just cisgender men, it hurts trans men just as much as it hurts cisgender men. And in fact, it probably hurts trans men even more because they already feel ostracized. And then you add that to it, and it was like, no, that's not good. No, don't do that. Your thing beeped. It's probably the old logo big, and Chris has not fixed that. I can almost guarantee you that if you bought one of those, it would go to the commission that we'd get from that would go to us. Raymond, yeah, no, I've got scoliosis and I've been dealing with back pain for years and years and years and years. That's cheese tortellini. I'm gonna take that cheese tortellini, add some of the leftover spaghetti sauce, and bam, Bob's your uncle. I've got some food. You're too young to be getting back pain. I said that when I was 17. You've got a knife in front of you. You don't need that knife though. Give it here. Give me that. I don't know where the scissors are. I really don't. I'm gonna push this down all the way. Right? You see these? Don't dirty a knife when you don't need to. Doctor now sounds like X. Well,
Why is it wet? Oh wait, we're going to try to splash me with water.
Well, that yeah. But Billy Piper is going to be the Doctor, and I'm really hope it's a prank. I hope, against all hope, that it is not true.
Oh,
Because as much as I love Billy Piper, they can't keep just bringing back these old actors to play the Doctor because that's what they want to do without doing some type of storyline as to why are these faces being revisited. Why those faces in particular. And what it feels like, if they bring Rose back effectively, but as the Doctor, it feels like that Doctor is going to go visit somebody else. I had to watch her. She's better than Peter Angle. Who's Peter Angle? Hope it's like Bad Wolf or so. But as far as I can tell, they did it last minute. Yeah.
Levi.
Grace can add himself there. What?
Things bubbling.
Oh. How goes it?
Good, how are you?
I can't hear you. 1 second.
I'm good, how are you?
I am okay. I had been better. My back does hurt, but
I'm sorry.
yeah, you know why.
Yeah, I've got an hour-ish of free time, so I figured I'd pop on since you were live.
Awesome. I have an idea for a Jim Carrey sketch, but it's not like a specific thing. I'm literally going to lean into the whole clone thing. Is what I'm going to lean into. It goes something along. I don't have it. I have it written out, but I don't have it in front of me right now. Along the lines of, you weren't supposed to release the clone yet. He wasn't ready. What do you mean no one could tell? Everyone could tell.
There are a bunch of videos of people that I've seen being like, that's not Jim Carrey. That wasn't Jim Carrey.
And they're trying to use the explanation of like his eye color and everything. I was like, I have hazel eyes. Guess what happens in the right light? They change color.
Oh, I wear a gray shirt, they go steel gray. I wear a blue shirt, they go blue. Green shirt, they go green.
Mm-hmm. Steven, let's play the worst actors to play the Doctor game. I'll start The Rock. He would kill it. Not in the good way.
He'd be the Rockter. Doctor Who.
Oh my God. You know, in his contract, Dwayne Johnson's contracts, he has it every single time that he cannot lose in the movie.
Yeah.
Like he can kind of like fall on his back, somewhat have antics and stuff, but he cannot at the end of the day lose. And I'm like, you are Black fucking Adam. You went and signed up on a character who has to lose. And then, like, the reason we didn't get the Black Adam versus Shazam was that.
Yeah.
Because they were like, no.
Oh, y'all, if you thought Doctor Who was a groaner, I'm not even done yet. He flies around in the people's TARDIS. All of time can smell what the Rock is cooking. What the Rock
You know, now we got to make that video. Can you write that out? Can you?
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably go through and change it. We also have to go over the Hulk scene, which thankfully I'm almost done making dinner, so I'll be able to pop downstairs here in a minute. Like I told you guys, I was going to leave a bit of water in here. I was going to add my chicken flavor.
If he was a proctologist, he would say, I can smell what you've been cooking. Sorry. You got me started on references. My day's been good, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good time. Oh my God, we might have a competitor here. Adam Sandler is the Doctor.
The Doctor already gets
not
the
current
hot
Adam Sandler, like Billy Madison Adam Sandler.
Oh, Billy Madison Adam Sandler. Is because I think that he is just a good enough actor. Because have you seen Adam Sandler's like serious stuff?
I've got the name. Happy Gill Doctor.
Just to let you know, Doctor Who is not his name.
I know.
More of a title.
Chris Tucker, Pee Wee Herman would be funny. God, a lot of that old SNL group. Chris Farley, R.I.P. David Spade, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey.
Oh man, I haven't seen David Carvey in a while. There was I don't think it's David Carvey. I think David Carvey was the guy that did Turtle, wasn't he?
That was Dana Carvey. Yeah.
There was another guy. I think it was the guy who played Inspector Gadget. He heard it, the original Inspector Gadget.
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, he hurt his back.
Oh.
That's the reason why he didn't do Inspector Gadget 2. He had hurt his back between those two films. And his back had to be fused.
Oh,
you know, the guy was known for his physical comedy, and he could no longer do the thing he was known for.
Yeah. Huh.
And like he started to come back a little bit. I think he's played some parts, and he's been behind the camera and writing stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really sad because, like, the amount of stuff that you know that he wants to do, that he said that he wished he could do, and he's just not, because his spine is literally fused, and he's got this type of movement.
I get it. Jim Carrey as Ace Ventura as Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Steven says Steven Seagal.
Oh my God. No, Steven Seagal uses guns too much.
This is a fun question. I'm gonna have to post this as a question on Facebook or in
yes,
general.
do that. Do that.
It'll get a ton of traction. Who would be the worst actor to play Doctor Who, and how can we make it happen?
Film the video right now. Film the video right now. It's the 28th. Might as well.
Yeah.
Post it on TikTok at the last minute. One more video for the day.
That could be the last video of the month.
Yeah. Drop Jim Carrey's name in it.
Yep. So here's what I'm going to ask people. Who would be the worst actor to play Doctor Who, and what would their name be?
Yes.
One of the names suggested in our live stream was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who would be Rocktor Who. What other people would be a horrible Doctor Who, in your opinion? What would they be called, and what taglines might they use? Like, Rocktor Who would fly around in the people's TARDIS. Or would he use the people's sonic screwdriver?
Ask the question during the video.
Yeah.
And then mention, like, another one would be, Jim Carrey. If nothing else, just to gain the Jim Carrey traffic. If you guys don't know, wait until I get downstairs and make the video. But
I was going to record this right now. Oh, Carrot Top. Oh, my God.
That one. I don't think Carrot Top's ever done anything serious.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah. You got to stop. You got to make the video. I'm finishing up getting my dinner.
I'm going to mute the TV or the computer. Okay, so Levi and I. Who would be the worst actor? Who would be the worst actor to play Doctor Who? I need to record this on TikTok so I can do the dynamic zoom thing. Who would be the worst actor to play Doctor Who? Who would be the worst actor to play Doctor Who? Levi and I were just live, and one of
needs to start.
Levi and I were just live, and
he needs to start at the who would be the worst, and he needs to ask the question. That is the good start.
Levi and I are live, right? We're just live, yeah. Levi and I were just live, and one of our regulars like said, "Are you trying to get my attention?"
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You need to start it out with who would be the worst actor to play Doctor Who.
I did.
You need to start it out like that.
I did already.
Oh, you're doing a cut. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it on TikTok, so I can do the dynamic zoom thing.
Oh,
because this is a talking to the camera deal, not a sketch, not a sketch.
Yeah. All right.
Who would be the worst actor to play Doctor Who? Levi and I were just live, and one of our regulars in the live stream suggested Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who I aptly named Rocktor Who. And he would fly around in the People's TARDIS, or would he use the People's Sonic Screwdriver? And tons of names were thrown around, like Adam Sandler and Nicolas Cage, Elmo, Jack Black, John Cena, Jim Carrey.
I have it. Jimmy Carlson, Sean Connery.
And my mind is running. I'm trying to think of all these different names for what the Doctor would be called if it was that specific actor. So I want to know from you, who do you think the worst actor would be to play Doctor Who? What would their new Who name be? And what would their tagline be? What kind of things would they say that would be ridiculous to make it the worst possible version of Doctor Who? And why should it happen? Is your answer Christopher?
I'm waiting on bread.
Is your answer Christopher Walken? Is it? What was the guy's name? Maybe your answer is Christopher Walken or Robert De Niro or some other mob movie guy. Or maybe it's Kevin Hart because he's now in everything.
All right.
Or maybe it's Chuck Norris and someone finally finishes off the Daleks. Anyway, tell us your answers. Have fun with this one.
All right. I will be right back. I'm going to put my phone down and go downstairs safely.
That's 1 minute and 3 seconds. So
awesome. I will be back. I got to go downstairs.
I'll schedule this to... He ran away. Man, I was in this chat for 2 minutes and a great idea came up. See, this is why we need more people in here. Is because think about all the fun we could have. Also, everybody, for those who don't know, I go full-time in villain support on March 27th, which means I'll be live with Levi on a lot of the meal lives. I will be live streaming sketchwriting, live streaming games, because I'll have time to do that, because that will now be my full-time gig versus trying to fit in getting on here when I can around work and life. I mean, Levi's been full-time since 2023, but literally like Levi Markin, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, Ian, Levi does breakfast lives also. Timothy, I have not done any Resident Evil stuff. I don't know Resident Evil. But I want to do a lot of live streaming. Let you guys see the writing process, the writing editing process, kind of like the working lives that other people do, where I'm mainly focused on what I'm doing, but I'll pay attention to the chat and answer questions. Tim Allen will be funny, Joe Bunny. But there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I mean, Levi's been full time since 2023. I've literally been putting in 15, maybe 20 hours a week max for 5 years, and we've built it to 768,000 followers at this point, I think, across everything. Imagine what we can do with both of us full time.
Because there was times where it was like we were trending.
We're trending, and then my life got crazy, and I'm like, I can't make videos for 4 days.
Yeah. And the worst part about it is, like, there's only so much that one of us can realistically do with the amount of time frame that you go without just doing what is effectively shitpost. And don't get me wrong, there was a time where we did grow with that type of content. But we saw that growth die almost completely, especially after we proved that we could do storylines and better type of content, more fleshed out stuff. When we tried to post something random, it's literally a coin flip. It will either do well or it will bomb completely. It was no longer worth taking the chance to completely alienate the fans who followed us for a bunch of the other stuff. But we still do what we can and do a mix.
I aptly named Rocker,
like Baldwin.
And he would fly around in the People's TARDIS, or would he use the People's Sonic Screwdriver? And tons of names were thrown around, like Adam Sandler and Nicolas Cage, Elmo, Jack Black, John Cena, Jim Carrey. And now my mind is running. I'm trying to think of all these different names for what the Doctor would be called.
I can hear this is.
So I want to know from you, who do you think the worst? What kind of things would they say that would be ridiculous to make it the worst possible version of Doctor Gilbert Gottfried as Doctor Who.
Oh my God. So I hope somebody comments that.
Jafar, it's the Daleks. What is that?
Oh, it's Nuka-Cola Quantum. It was one of the nice things. It's from Fallout.
But why is Quantum different than regular Nuka-Cola?
It's radiated more. That's literally it. It's radiated more.
Okay.
Like there's a special. It was like a special flavor, and it didn't really do anything to you.
Yep.
But the particular, so each of the flavors in Nuka, for the storyline, for the context, each of the flavors in Nuka-Cola, and as well as its offshoot, I can't remember the brand. When they were exposed to radiation, caused different effects. So a regular Nuka-Cola will heal you a bit more, will take care of your thirst and everything. But for the most part, it's just basically a regular thing to drink. And it's said to taste, you have the original taste and you have what it tastes now, which would be like incredibly stale and nasty. But the lore was like Twinkies, it lasts forever, right?
Oh, okay.
Each of the flavors, though, do different things. And Nuka Quantum was one of those, I think, if I'm right, depends on the game, but in 4, I believe it teleported you. I have a bottle opener specifically for these twist-offs upstairs, and I didn't doing that. Brush your teeth, dentures suck. But yeah, this is one of the things I got for myself when we got taxes back. Technically, I said for myself, but everyone's. I gave up. It's forever.
Who would be the worst actor to play Doctor?
Like drinking.
One of our regulars in the live streams suggested Wayne the Rock Johnson, who I aptly named.
Nukestein was the one that teleported you. What did Nuka Quantum do?
People's Sonic Screwdriver. and tons of names were thrown around, like Adam Sandler and Nicolas Cage, Elmo, Jack Black, John Cena, Jim Carrey. And now my mind is running. I'm trying to think of all these different names.
I actually made my own Nuka-Cola
actor
at home. I made my own syrup. I have everything to make it.
The worst actor would be to play Doctor Who. What would their new Who name be? And what would their tagline be? What kind of things would they say that would be ridiculous?
Food additive.
Possible version of Doctor Who.
9.
And why should it happen?
Is it gives you 100 AP? Troa! How you doing? This would be the moment where I wish I had more energy to be like, hey, while we're here, once I get done eating, let's do this other thing. But no, I have
I don't know enough. Patrick Rains, great question. I don't know enough about Bayonetta to answer that question. But I think by Levi's reaction that they wouldn't do particularly well against Bayonetta.
That's bullshit.
Ozzy, oh my god.
That's bullshit.
Oh, I know who that is. Okay.
That's not
going back to bad Doctor Who's, Levi. Going back to bad Doctor Who's. I'm waiting until you're back until you're back over here.
What? Bite the head off of Dalek.
We're talking about like late Ozzy Osbourne, like the way he talks like this. Hey, Sean, where's my TARDIS?
But yeah, Bayonetta is the basically gender swap version of Devil May Cry.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I missed that. What is that from?
I think that might be from Doctor Who. I don't know. I don't remember that quote. Predators try hunting Bulma. Jar Jar Binks. Man, this chat is popping off again. Gary Busey as the Doctor. I should have added some salt and pepper to this. I am not getting a lot of flavors from this. So for everyone here, because I do see people mentioning about the alcoholic versions of Nuka-Cola that they make in real life as well. I don't drink alcohol. When they came out with that version, I had already stopped drinking it too. And I wanted it for the bottle, but I didn't want to buy it because of the alcohol. And then I saw the hype die around the bottle because they bombed that so badly. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't spend like $300 on a plastic bottle of surrounding a bottle of what is effectively whiskey or something like that.
Should I just the video from tonight is doing okay, so I'm gonna schedule this to drop tomorrow at like noon.
That particular thing which we don't talk about, I don't think it's a first of the month to the 30th, or I don't think we're paid out on that.
28th is the last day for it.
Okay.
So I'd like to get it out for tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's the 28th.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking today was the 28th.
Yeah.
He'd be the wholesome doctor. That's a good question.
He'd be Mr. Doctors.
Who?
Not Mr. Rogers would be Mr. Doctors. He can't be Mr. Roctors.
I mean,
Mr. Dodgers sounds weird.
Because we don't know the doctor's name. The whole point of the show is Doctor Who, so it'd be
One Dalek. Two.
Trying to count how many people he took out. 1 billion. Ha ha ha. 2 billion. Ha ha ha. And that's not an exaggeration, by the way. Technically speaking, the Doctor is responsible for the eradication of all life in the universe.
Really?
Yeah. He's also the reason why
tis the brethren feasting upon thy knowledge. Hey, Irving. I was trying to sing that to the tune of the Seven Dwarfs.
Hi ho, no brethren feasting upon. No, you can't.
No, you can't. I failed at it a moment ago. If you had listened, you would have heard that and not tried it yourself.
What was my job? Aaron Walters' epic idea. What's an epic idea? Oh, that would be a fun one. I don't know how is the Doctor meets SG-1. How is that doing?
I have no idea.
That's only at like 48,000 on.
Or should I just drop this now and see what happens?
I was saying drop it now and see what happens, and then that way you have all of tomorrow to schedule regular videos.
True.
It also
gives
that video more time.
I'm not gonna have a chance to record much tomorrow, so.
I was gonna read the thing off to you and get what you see what you think. Give me a second. So this is all. First of all, you saw me ask about the Charizard flame fart.
Yeah,
that came from a conversation because I have a sleeping Charizard in bed and I use it as a pillow for like when I need my arm up or something like that. And so I was essentially hugging its ass in, and my spouse was like, "Better be careful. If he farts, it's gonna singe off your hair, or whatever." And like we started making fun of it, and I was like, "Oh my god." Flame fart from Jar. And then Bulbasaur, when he farts, does he fart sleep powder? And would you call it mustard gas?
Oh, God.
Naming Bulbasaur or Vileplume mustard gas. We went into some very dark jokes, people. Dark jokes, remember. But I've got a small little script here. It would not be a very long sketch, a skit. And so it'd be so this is what I've got. Hey, we discussed this. The Carrie clone wasn't to be deployed yet. He wasn't ready. No one noticed. And then I scream, everyone or get hyper. Everyone noticed. He was only supposed to be used in emergencies. What happened to Mr. Carey? And then I get louder again. What happened to Jim Carrey? I pause. Oh yeah, I can totally see Jim using the clone to get out of accepting an award. But he could have, just not gone. Okay, look. Maybe you can spin it, but it might be better to let the internet do what it does best. Yeah, go batshit crazy with conspiracy theories versus accepting the truth that people change and he got a facelift. Literally a call out to everything everyone's saying. I could add in like the eyes changing. I could add more in. I don't think it's necessary. I think letting people go ahead and comment, but the eyes and stuff on the video would be a good way to drive traffic there versus calling it out. And I already call out the facelifting. There is a whole slew of things I want to do with Stitch. A lot of them are not being done right now. A lot of things are kind of shelved. There are a lot of shows, second seasons and stuff coming out here soon. And me and Chris have to have a conversation of like, what videos do we need to put out that we know are going to gain traction, know are going to, in all honesty, gain the money, so that we can do the other stuff that we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though we said we weren't going to do a thing about posting the original content too close together, that's exactly what we did. The Purge should have been like the exempt from the rule, but apparently it was not. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
You got a message.
Levi, why did you lose the game?
You just lost the game too.
Okay.
You're technically a millennial. Damn it. He's too old and doesn't know it.
I know it.
And you're just like, okay.
It
You know what
could,
you should remake?
but I don't want to see it because even though we might not see his face, what's his name? Jared.
There is speculation you might not hear his voice either.
I don't care. The fact that he's under
That
the
would be
mask.
so funny.
and in the suit.
That would be I would go to that to watch him basically get told, hey, you get to be this famous character, but you got to go sit in the chair and watch as everyone else does everything for you, except what? What is he doing?
It's Jared what?
Leto?
Yes. I despise him as an actor.
He's not a great actor.
And from what I've heard, I'm not a big fan of who he is as a person either. But when I heard he was attached to the project, I was like, oh, I'm not seeing that. I almost didn't see Suicide Squad when he was announced as the Joker. I only went because a friend of mine bought the ticket and was like, come to the movie with me. And I'm like, okay.
That movie didn't look good.
Which one? Suicide Squad?
Well, the one with Jared Leto as the Joker.
It was a side character. It was fun. It was contrived. But it wasn't awful.
I love doing those malicious compliance / Karen calls and stuff like that. I did 3 or 4 of them at one point, nearly back to back, and they all did really well. The problem is I don't like doing them too closely together because they are the same fucking thing. They are me. People like it because a Karen gets told off, and they are me talking at an incredibly fast pace on top of that. And when I'm having a really good day, I can do that in 1, maybe 2 tries, which is really nice. But if I'm having a bad day, it takes me like 15 to 20. That's exhausting. Chris has had videos where he's had to re-record. And it doesn't matter how much rest you have if you're doing this full time. Almost if you're doing it full time, it's almost worse because you're like using your creative juices seems to drain you almost more sometimes than doing like a mind-numbing job.
Yeah.
Chris, did you get to see the wheelchair that we helped pick out the color on?
I did not.
So let me
give me a sec here.
There you go. Look at the color. Isn't that cool?
It is.
So you got that nice purplish color. I don't know if this I think this one sparkles, but in the picture we're not seeing a sparkle. Or at least not much of one. It's Yautja season. I can't wait until we can do. In all honesty, there's a lot of things. Chris going full time opens the door for a lot of different things. For us, it gives Chris the ability to relax. Pardon me, have some more energy to do this. Right now, if it takes 20 tries to do a single video and you get fucking tired and you're like, okay, I just give up, I'll come back to this later.
Yeah.
Right now, if Chris says that, there's a good chance he's not coming back to it until next week.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality. It's also the reason why I changed how I wrote Chris's parts in its entirety. Just on the sheer fact that he would be tired from work, tired from normal life stuff, and to ask him, I was like, hey, I have a shit ton of parts that I need you to do, was just unreasonable.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And we made it work, but it also is the reason why, like the Stitch stuff, the prank stuff, anything that heavily involves John and Nappa, even when they're trending and doing well, gets set to the side. He's tired.
Sorry.
I'm tired too. I just have a little bit more
too,
energy. I took a small nap. I took like a 20-minute nap before.
I didn't get that opportunity today.
Chris looks like he's gonna fall asleep already. Well, it has been.
I had the choice. Dr. Bork, the Swedish chef. It would be the Bork. It'd be Borkter Who. No, I considered. I'm like, my options here is I can take a nap right now, or I can jump on the live. And I wanted to jump on the live because we talked about being live.
And Ian, I think Ian is still in here. Irving is still in here. Irving in particular. We talked about the Hulk stuff. That's one that's getting set to the side because we need to look at it again. Me and Chris know it can be better, and when we know a sketch can be better, and we want to work on it,
yeah,
we work on it.
Oh, speaking of sketch writing, if anybody is interested, today is your last day to sign up for the sketch writing class, run by the guy that I've learned from, and that Levi's going to be taking as well. I can drop the link in here if anybody wants it. If no one wants it, that's fine. If you want the link, let me know and I'll share it. If you don't, that's totally cool.
Tomorrow is the first class.
Yep, and they're all recorded. So if you can't make it, Ian, the sketch class is. I'll get you the price here right now. It costs less than every other sketch class I found online, which is one of the reasons that I took it. It's $250 for 6 weeks. So it's like $25 a week.
And
3 hours live. You learn a lot, get a lot of examples, you get homework and stuff like that. Only take it if you want to learn sketch writing and comedy writing. Don't take it just because I said so.
I'd like to jump in on that. There is benefit to taking these type of classes that used to not be as big of a thing. Used to not be a thing at all. And Mark's got the chops and the experience, and there's going to be other people in there that have that experience that he's going to pull in. Mark has a tendency to get in other people that are experienced for talking points and stuff like that. I don't know what all he has planned for this class, but from what I've seen of the other classes, it's really nice to be able to, even from a recording standpoint, go in and be like, okay, this is their opinion about this. This is their opinion about this, so on and so forth. I have given my opinion that I'm kind of in the mixed range. I'm kind of in the same thing for stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy is something you really do need to experience, you need to go do. and just do your jokes in front of people. I believe that that's true because you can write the best sketch that you want and it will fail in front of an audience that is there for an entirely different reason.
Right. And sketch writing for the stage and for the screen is different than for social media. But the guy who runs the class, Mark, his background basically is he was the head writer at Second City. If y'all know what Second City is, Second City was basically the main proving ground for people who got onto SNL. He was head writer at Second City for 10 years. Many of the most famous sketch writers that you know of, that you've seen, have either worked with him or learned from him. The guy knows his stuff.
Now, with that being said, I've gone on here before, and I've talked with Chris while he's live, and I have a mental thing where I can't sit there for 2 hours or an hour or whatever, and listen to him in the same way, every single time. I'm going to do my best in these classes, especially now that I have a laptop that I should be able to use Zoom on and everything.
Yeah.
And I have rewatched the videos at ×2 audio, ×2 speed, and it made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But
Ian, so as far as intensive goes, it's for 6 weeks. I think it's 2.5, 3 hours each week. But being in the class, you get access to the recordings for a year. So if you can't jump on when it's live, go watch it later. If you can't finish the assignment for that week doesn't matter. Post it a week, a month later in there. It's in their Discord, and people will see it and comment on it. So but by no means is it like be there or else. It's very much on at your own pace,
which I think is really cool. And if you want to get better at writing as a whole, you really should take. There's two things that I've taken to heart that I think is important. One is you need to find a way to improve your writing, whether that is taking classes or copying somebody else's style and then changing that and copying that person's style. As bad as weird as it sounds, copying somebody's style. Don't publish that because that can be kind of but just write, right? And I used to do that when I was much younger. I copied other different artists, different writers' styles, to see if I could write in that style. And so I can write horror, and now I can write comedy. Comedy was one of the things I never really delved into writing. I can write horror, I can write comedy, I can write drama. I can write drama. And the other thing is taking classes. Pardon me. Can help you get you a jump start that you might not have otherwise had, and doing it with somebody who has experience and people who have experience. Like the fact that Chris is going to be there, he has 20 plus years of improv comedy. I don't know who else is going to be there, but if we've got a couple other people that had that type of experience, it will be good, if nothing else, to get feedback on how you can improve whatever you wrote that week.
Yeah.
Which, are we supposed to write something this week, or is it just one of those
no,
hey?
No.
Okay.
So you should have gotten an email with a couple links of sketches to watch. Just now, he's not sending them. Ouch! Not sending them because they are the funniest sketches. He's sending them because they are the best examples, the best clear-cut structural example of that kind of sketch.
Yeah.
Remember I showed you the what was she called? The Debbie Downer sketch, where I hated the sketches, but as far as being that style of sketch, the structure is textbook.
It's very similar to that Who's on First type of thing. Like, hey, this is a good example of this type of sketch, so on and so forth. The
structure is textbook. Doesn't mean the content's great, but it's like this is a great example of how this is supposed to work structurally. The jokes could have been way funnier.
I still don't have those emails.
You should. It would have been one. You would have gotten one today.
The one that you forwarded to me, I got.
Oh, you didn't get it?
I just have. We're excited to begin. And that's the one that you forwarded over to me.
He even confirmed to me that he had your email address. Hold on.
Here it is. Well, why is this? Did he just forward the one that he sent to you? Is that what he did?
He might have, yeah.
Okay, that might be it.
He said all future ones would go to you.
Okay, hopefully that works. I've got alarms. I've got text messages. Hopefully, I will be able to get some sleep tonight. And actually,
yeah, same here. Speaking of, I apologize. I'm fading. I thought I had more energy.
It's the end of the day. And on top of that, I'm done eating. So I'll tell you what, everyone. My phone is still not charged enough to do the carry skit, and I want to talk to Chris a little bit afterwards. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for sticking around with me and for cooking and everything. If you haven't eaten, you need to eat. If you haven't hydrated, hydrate. If you haven't taken your meds and you need to take your meds, go take your meds. With that being said, I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, body, spirit, and harmony among others. Until wish you all peace of mind, serenity, body, spirit, and harmony among others. Remember, take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. You can tell I'm tired. And until the winds blow your sails our way again, have an Acme day.
Have an Acme Day is a product of Villain. Having an Acme Day will retroactively build to your account. Have an Acme Day.
And remember, have an Acme Day simply means that the best day you possibly can have. Bye now.
The day ends with losing the game. Sorry, everybody.